For a long time in HR, it was all about gut feelings, right? Experience, intuition. But what if you could swap that guesswork for actual certainty? Well, a massive shift is happening right now. Today, we're going to dive into how big data is completely changing the game for HR, making it a real powerhouse for precision and, well, impact.
All right, so let's get real for a second. Think about the last big decision you had to make about your team. Maybe it was a new hire, a promotion, or even a tough restructuring call. Be honest, how much of that was based on cold, hard data versus just a gut feeling?
Here's the thing. Most companies are literally sitting on a gold mine of data. I mean, tons of it. The real challenge isn't getting the data, it's figuring out what to do with it. How do you actually use it to make smarter, better calls about your most valuable asset? Yep, your people.
And listen, we're not just talking about making a few small improvements here and there. No way. Big data can completely transform every single part of HR. I'm talking strategic planning, who you hire, how you promote, even how you handle those really tough decisions, like downsizing.
Just imagine for a second, what if you could stop just reacting to problems as they pop up and instead actually see them coming? What if you could forecast what your team will need next year? That's the power we're talking about. Data-driven insights give you this incredible, clear picture of your team's strengths and, yeah, its challenges too.
So all of this is the new strategic advantage in business. Seriously, it's not just about who has the best product anymore. It's about who has the smartest strategy for their people. We're shifting from being reactive to being predictive. And honestly, that changes the entire game.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. It's all about getting beyond that gut feeling and making decisions that aren't just accurate today, but are strategic and built for the future. It's about future-proofing your whole organization. When you put the old way and the new way side by side, the difference is, well, it's night and day. Relying on intuition, that's risky, it's reactive, and frankly, it can be really expensive. But when you switch to a data-driven approach, now you're talking accurate, strategic, and profitable. You're actually connecting your people decisions to the bottom line. Okay, so you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually do it? Well, it all starts with your new data-driven toolkit. Let's break down what's inside.
First up, we've got people data. Think of this as the foundation, the building blocks. It's all that info your company already has. Performance reviews, payroll numbers, talent assessments, you name it. It's basically the raw material you'll use to find all those amazing insights.
All right, next is people analytics. And honestly, this is where the magic really happens. You take all that people data and you apply some smart tech and stats to it. This is what helps you answer the really big questions like, why are people leaving? Or where do our best hires actually come from? You're literally swapping guesswork for hard evidence. And then, building on that, you've got workforce analytics. The easiest way to think about this is like zooming out for the big picture. So if people analytics is looking at one tree, workforce analytics is looking at the entire forest. It's about measuring performance and spotting skill gaps across the whole company, seeing how it all fits together. So what does this look like in the real world? Well, the uses are huge. Think about recruitment. Instead of your team drowning in hundreds of resumes, analytics can find the perfect match in seconds. Or for training, instead of guessing what people need, you can pinpoint the exact skill gaps and create programs that actually work. And here's the most important part. Learning this stuff isn't just about being a better HR person. It's about completely transforming your role into one that drives real, measurable business results.
So, the path to becoming a data-driven leader is pretty clear, really. Step 1, learn to think strategically about your data. Step 2, turn that data into simple charts that tell a story anyone can understand. And step 3, use those stories to make killer decisions with total confidence. And what's the end result of all this? You stop being seen as just the HR person. You become an essential, strategic partner at the table. Someone who uses hard evidence to push the whole organization forward. Look, this change is already happening. It's not a matter of if HR is going to become data-driven, it's a matter of who is going to be leading the charge in their company. Who's going to be ahead of the curve? So you might be asking, who is this for? Of course, it's a no-brainer for anyone in HR. But think bigger. What if marketing could use this data to build an amazing employer brand? Or if finance could predict hiring costs with pinpoint accuracy? This is about getting the entire leadership team speaking the same language, the language of data,
so everyone understands the true value of your people.
So let's wrap up with this final thought. The data is there. The tools are there. The path from an admin role to a strategic one has never been clearer. The only question left is, are you ready to step up and use this power to shape the future of your company?